Let's see what Jamie Carragher makes of the signing of Erling Haaland for Manchester City.
Yeah, huge night this in terms of the title race, but in terms of next season's title race, it feels like a blow has already been struck. Jamie, Erling Haaland to Man City, thoughts?
Brilliant signing, it really is, not just for Man City, for the Premier League. I think we're all intrigued to see how he'll do. He's him and Mbappe, you almost feel like the next two superstars that are going to eclipse Messi and Ronaldo, and you're just delighted that he's at the Premier League. More often than not, those type of players in the past have maybe gone to Barcelona and Real Madrid, but I feel like the Premier League now is the strongest league. You look at how well we've done in the Champions League, and as I said, I think it's a great signing, not just for City, but for the Premier League also. Do
you think, is it a surefire winner?
Oh, he'll score goals. That's what he's been brought to do. Of course, he'll score goals, but it doesn't guarantee that City will, win everything. You still have to integrate him into the team. That means City will lose, another creative player. Maybe that helps them keep the ball more, have more control in games. There's lots of questions I'm already thinking of myself. We'll be analysing his performances in City and how he fits in. But as I said, they had a world-class striker, 3 or 4 years ago, Sergio Aguero, and they've got another one now.
So do you think in previous years him or a player of that stature might have made a different choice, maybe gone to Real, gone to Barca?
Yeah, I always think that Barcelona and Real Madrid are the two biggest clubs in the world, or the two clubs that kids around the world always dream of playing for. I know from my own experience being at Liverpool, unless you were ultra successful and doing everything you possibly could, if one of those clubs came for one of your players, you had a problem. It was the same with Man United, with Ronaldo. So when those clubs come calling, it is difficult to keep your players. It might be a case that Haaland in 4 or 5 years' time ends up at Real Madrid or Barcelona. That's the pull of those two clubs.
What's Liverpool's take on this signing? Is there a shoulders drop? Oh, it's going to be even harder next year.
Well, yeah, it makes Man City stronger, of course it does. But, I look at it a slightly different way in that there's only so many points you can win in a league season. I don't think he's going to completely elevate City to a different level. They're already at that level. They're already getting 96 to 100 points a season.
More of a difference in the Champions League then, maybe?
Yeah, it'll be small differences maybe in certain games. You think of what happened to Man City against Real Madrid in that semi-final. If Haaland's playing, you think they're through. That's what I'm talking about, making the difference there. There's not a huge jump for City to make. They're already at the highest level you can possibly be. I think over the last 3 or 4 years, you would say consistency-wise in Europe and in the Premier League, they've been the best team in Europe. So it's just to make a small difference in those biggest of games, and Real Madrid was obviously the standout one.